Tell me what you want, what you need. Tell me what you wanna give. How much blood would you bleed? I'ma tell you I'm a misconceiver. I'm a believer. Someone better kick my fever. Tell me it's 100 degrees underneath my whole flesh. Everyone tells me it's a bit of a mess. I'ma tell the risk I was never at the end. I would never get the off my chest though. I'm forgetful. Someone better tell me I was always on the edge. Overstay your bearings, I would never underestimate. Oh barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Oh barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Take your eyes off me, you don't want to see me when I'm gone. Moral of the story was you're wrong. Everything I gave and everything I lost. Good things come at a cost. I left it on your head, and when you ever overstated, your thoughts are never everything you wanted when you want. I'ma take it in the head with the signs of the distort. I'ma leave it on the side. You on the Christ when I breath on this set. Let me speak on behalf of the dead. I'ma leave, I'ma speak. I'm the sick in the head. Come on, come on. Oh barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Oh barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Tell the risk I was never at the end. I would never get this off my chest though. I'm forgetful. Someone better tell me I was always on the edge. Overstay your bearings, I would never underestimate. Oh barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Oh barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Yeah. When I've been up this magic. When up and up it's magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing. Now I hit the scene, they like lights, camera, action. Living in a dream, now my music, they be blasting. Step out, I'm a star, always in the latest fashion. Had to set the bar, try to catch me lacking. Bank account for my son, he won't have to struggle. You could see it in my eyes, all I do is hustle. They tried to rumble, felt like I ain't ate in weeks, working off the muscle. Oh yeah, oh my, we ride for my brothers, no lie. All you can die.
Well, it was a common sight in the 80s and 90s, not quite as frequent since, but it's back. Playoff football in the Bay Area here at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Los Angeles Rams and the San Francisco 49ers. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. They go with Leonard Fournette, third-year back from LSU. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 30-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Watch the screen, watch the screen, watch the screen, watch the screen, watch the screen. Stay at home, stay at home, stay at home, stay at home. 58, right over there. 11, 58, right there.
Here's Locke. He'll find his running back. It's Jalen Richard. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A.
First down.
Fournette, a first down carry. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down, L.A.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. J.J. Watt, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now Locke. Hunter Henry brings it in. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A gain there of 30 big ones. All right, Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that go against you so early. What does that shake your confidence?
It shouldn't, but it often does, because your thought process all during the week is how you're going to get after that offense and make your plays. And when they make one against you, it makes you a little bit hesitant.
Time to regroup. Now a run on first down is not going to get off the ground, as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Now Locke. Into the hands of his receiver, Anderson. A good pickup, 17 yards, and also a Rams first down. You think back to the Super Bowl against New England, the Rams never even got into the red zone in that game, and now here they are in the red zone on their opening drive with a first down.
Right here, right here. Kill. 40, easy, alert. Check three.
Now Leonard Fournette. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
On 2nd down and 4. Luck, the quick slant caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he takes it across for a Rams touchdown. Leonard Fournette hitting in double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Rams take it right down and score on the opening drive. Bullock good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game.
The score, Rams 7, 49ers nothing.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. It's a short kick taken near the 18. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
Ready? Begin Reed. 52. In the face. He's checking. He's hurt. Reed. Switch.
Now the first carry for Marshawn Lynch. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
From the 31, Haskins. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down. Well, you got a young quarterback. Maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that, because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide-open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
Mike 52. Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time.
Third down. Here's Haskins. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darqueze Dennard. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Check up. Green 90. 58, right there. Not today, you know. Not today. Big dance. Come. Shoot.
On the run, it's Fournette. And an alley to run. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. First down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards.
14. And the Rams first down.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Watch the twist.
They keep it with Fournette on first down. Buster Screen is able to bring him down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Now the throw pulled in by Anderson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 19.
First down.
Luck going to bring him up first and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game.
The score, Rams 7, 49ers nothing.
Check up. 40. Let's go.
They'll fake it. Now Locke. That's to his running back, Leonard Fournette. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4. It'll be a gain of 4. And that'll make this a second down.
At the 49ers 15-yard line.
675. There you go. Watch twist. Watch 11 feet. Slam.
Fournette. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Leonard Fournette with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And that'll make the score 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Shaq Thompson making his presence felt on the sack.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
52's the mic right here, over there, right? Off. Check.
Here's Haskins. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Danielle Hunter racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. A heck of a play there on 3rd down, but amazingly, they're still short for 4th. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
42 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But it's the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Single. 82 is mine. I got 82. 82 is mine. 11B.
From the gun, here's Love. Complete. It's Henry. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. It's a Rams 1st down on a pickup of 10.
First down, Rams.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Luck going to bring him up 1st and 10. And he's completed all 7 of his passes thus far. Now Fournette. up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down. Got to give a nod of appreciation to some of those guys up front over on that left side. Several key blocks sprung him.
No appreciation for the guys from the backside that didn't allow any leakage, and anybody could run him down from the backside.
They're at the kids' table.
Okay, so front side guys good,
Yeah.
backside guys,
Man.
that's what you're supposed to do?
I've had better.
Okay, either way, worked out quite well, didn't it? A nice sizable game.
Under pressure, and down he goes. Luck is sacked. J.J. Watt in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 for him now on the year. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Throwing on second and long. Luck. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals, and if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Kenny Clark in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
To try again after the sack. Haskins. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Mike 52, Mike 52. Keep it up. Mike 52. Come on. 52's the Mike. Watch Mike, watch Mike. Nice, nice, sweetheart.
Now Haskins, 3rd and long. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. Cooper was the target there. 2nd interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Throwing his line. He'll find his running back here, Richard. It's a gain of 15, and the Rams have a first down.
A gain of 15.
Right after the turnover, they come out throwing. And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did.
58 to Mike. 58.
On 1st and 10, Locke. And that's going to be intercepted by the Pro Bowler Xavier Howard. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. letting one fly deep for Cooper. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls when you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. 2nd and 10 now. Haskins. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
At the 37-yard line.
Check 52 is the mic. Check 52.
On first down, it's Haskins. He's going to look end zone here for Cooper. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Amari Cooper in the final seconds of the first half, as they are now on the board here in the first half. And he pushed it right. It's no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This one taken from the 7. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So we have reached halftime here in what's an 8-point game. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. The Rams going to get the football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the second half gets started. And he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 38-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 47-yard line.
52 right here. 52. Rabbit.
On second down now, it's Lynch. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5.
It's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 5.
52, right 52. Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to tear you up. Hey! Go, Echo! 52, Mike 52.
Now it's Haskins. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Darqueze Dennard. Cooper was the intended target. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
So good field position for the Rams as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. It's a gain of 15, and the Rams have a first down. first down. Richard. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Fournette. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Luck on first down. This one caught by Crowder. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A good pickup there, 20 yards. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, second half, no matter what. It was first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
Let's go. The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
At the 31-yard line.
They'll run again with Lynch, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
52's the mic right here, over there, right? 52's the mic. I got you.
From the gun, Haskins on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Here's Britton Colquitt now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And there's a work of art right there. Out of bounds at the 2-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. From the end zone, Lott. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to throw now in his own end zone. He completes it to Henry. And he will double the space they have to work with as they take it from the 2 to the 4.
All right, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up. Back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. It used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
2nd and 7 at the 26-yard line.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Again, Locke. That one complete to Anderson. First down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. Hey, quick. 57.
To the air again. Locke. Flushed out right. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. The improvisation gets him only a couple, but that's all he needed. First down.
And the Rams, first down.
From the 50, it's Locke. It's a screen to Richard. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's 2nd down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Here's a quick hitch route, and the throw complete. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2.
He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Monday.
Play action. It's Locke. And it's complete. Henry. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. 16 yards is the pickup there, and a first down for L.A.
First down, Rams.
Right, 622. Watch the screen. Check. Hurry.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. A shotgun give to Fournette. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. They'll try the air now with Locke. Here's Sanu on the catch. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
The Rams on third down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. This is Fournette. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
Well, they made the play there, and I'll guarantee you their coaches and the other players are screaming at them about their pride. Come on, guys. He's already gotten in 3 times. You can't give up a 4th one. And on that play, they were able to make the stop.
And you knew they were going to go to him to try to get that 4th.
And why wouldn't they? It's not just getting the 4th. He's the hot hand, so to speak, right? The hot feet in this situation. And he knows how to find the end zone. That time, he just didn't get there.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
25-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They go play action now. Haskins. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The intended target was Calvin Ridley, but it's going to be 2nd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Leonard Floyd, the old Georgia Bulldog, finding his way into the backfield.
13 yards. Brings up 3rd down.
No. Check that. We got Mike 52 right here. Here we go.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Haskins. He's going to let it fly. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down.
Jimmy Ward there defensively.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Hey, watch that. Mike 54. Here we go, D. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Tighten up. Full try. 54. Mike,
They'll try and throw for it with Haskins. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. Intended that time for Cooper. Oh, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Locke. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Robbie Anderson with touchdown number 7 on the year. And thanks to the interception, the Rams offense cashes in for 6.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Bullet good on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
So the L.A. Rams with a victory here. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second-half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for Los Angeles, it's a critical win for them as it gets them to 9-6 on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the 49ers, their playoff hopes take a big hit as they fall to 8-7. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Seahawks in Seattle. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.